What's up, everybody? Welcome back here for race number one here tonight for WOoT, as these guys are out on the track. Everybody getting lined up here as qualifying is over. We're going to go ahead and jump on and do tonight's starting lineup, but let me go ahead and jump up here and try and get the chat over on the stream. Let's go ahead and pull this up. All right, so that's that and that. I'm going to have to watch the Facebook chat over on the browser as we are going to get ready here tonight for race number one. It looks like Ian Martin going to start on the pole here tonight in heat race number one as these guys get lined up. It's going to be Frankie Lester in second. Starting in the number 3 spot, it is going to be Devin Parrott. Ethan George will be starting fourth here tonight. Shane Weatherington in fifth. Kyle Todd in sixth. Going to be Noah Martin in that number 7 spot. Draco in 8th. Zach Lovelace in 9th. Going to be Matt Selby in that number 10 spot. Tommy Kohig in 11th. Going to be Farless in the number 12 position. Parker Chase in 13th. James Burke in 14th. Andrew Birch going to be in that number 15 spot. Chris Fanning in 16th. Zach Capps in 17th. Going to be Bill Sleep in that number 18 spot. Kenny Storks in 20th. Brett in 21st. Brett in 20th. Jordan 21st. Frank in 22nd. And Mason Gobick in that number 23 spot. As apparently they are all revving their motors because they love boobies. I don't know who said that, but it was funny. All right, so they are lined up on the starting grid. They're going to go ahead and pull off. We got 23 cars. Supposed to have 20, but yeah, I might have messed that up a little bit. As these guys are going to roll off. Ian Martin leading the field. All right, guys, remember this start is on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. All right, we got these guys lined up. Ian Martin going to lead the field. He's going to back it back up. As they come out of turn number 2, they are stacked up 2 by 2. 25 laps here tonight in the first race. Street stocks here at Homestead tends to be a wild one. Let's see if these guys can hold on. This track will be slick. It will be fast here tonight. As they get them stacked up 2 by 2, we're going to see a lot of sliding around, maybe a little bit of wrecking. We'll find out here as they come into turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag this time by. Pace car is in, looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag is out. Looks like Kenny Storks and already going to have a big bobble as they come out of turn number down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Stacked up 2 by 2. We already got guys going down through the grass. We wrecking up in the field already. Who the fuck is wrecking already? All right, so we had one more on in here. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, you can see, oh, we got one around. One around. Oh, does he save it? Nobody got him. Nobody hit Ethan George. He's going the right way. Big save by the field as Ethan George goes around. Somehow, he's still going straight. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Shane Weatherington up at the front, but here comes that, on the bottom side, going to the front. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, Ian Martin going to continue to lead the field. He's got Frankie on his back bumpers. They head into turn number 3 and 4. Ian's going to slide up the track. They're going to try to go 3 wide out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. They're 3 wide for second as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2, going to be side by side for that number 2 spot. 3 wide for second, 2 wide for the lead. It's going to be Weatherington leading the way as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Noah Martin going to move his way up. Ian Martin down to the apron. Big save out of Ian Martin. Here comes the 44 of Matt Selby in that Hot Wheels car as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He wants a piece of the action. Now, I don't see their teammate in here. He won it last time. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be 3 wide for second as Draco leads the field through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It is close quarters up at the front as these guys jockey for position. The Martins battling it out. Oh, here comes Ian. Ian's going to chop the nose of Lovelace as they head into 3 and 4. Draco on the wall. Contact between Frankie and looked like Noah Martin up on the top side. No, it was Weatherington up on the top side. As they come down the front straightaway, it's going to be Noah Martin leading that time by. Bold moves here as it looks like Weatherington and Selby going to get together. I know Selby isn't going to deal with that as it looks like we had a couple guys down on pit road. I missed that wreck. Oh, now they're wrecking. Big wreck down the back straightaway. We're going to go ahead and throw the caution flag. All right, we had a couple wrecks at that point, so we're going to do a caution flag here. If you end up a lap down, Zach, if you end up back out there, Kenny, if you end up back out there, take your laps back. All right, so it got sketchy up at the front. Let's see what happened to Kenny's store. Oh, Kenny was already busted. I think he might have gotten together with Zach here. Let's go take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. He just... Oh, Kenny, nowhere to go. Now, Ian Martin does a 360 here. Right before the yellow flag. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happened to Ian Martin. Oh, Weatherington's going to come down. Weatherington was making some bold moves up there. I think Weatherington's going to come down. He is. Oh, Ian's coming up. Yeah, you know what? That's just close quarter racing. Weatherington going to go around. Ian's going to go around. And we get the first caution flag here of the night as Parker Chase going to lead the way. Noah Martin in second, Frankie Lester third, Zach Lovelace fourth, Draco in fifth. I got to go. Tires are going to make a difference here tonight. I'm going to go back and take a look at Ethan George's little spin here on the start. That was absolutely insane. We're going to see if we can go find this. I just realized you guys don't have the car sound. All right, Kyle, that's going to be pushing them. Oh, he just gets squeezed in there. Is that what causes it? A little bit of tap there. Yeah, just tight quarters. Goes around. Look at this. I just don't know how... That wasn't a whole lot worse. Ethan, I know you wanted a caution there, but that was really impressive. I mean, between you and the field avoiding you, that was really good. All right, so caution flag. Caution flag number 1 out there tonight. Yeah, I didn't see it happen. Well, I saw him going the wrong way or playing down on the grass, so I DQ'd him. But yeah, I heard there were some issues in the back. All right, so we are 2 by 2. We are going green flag this time by. Looks like Kenny's going to be 1 lap down here. He's going to be needing another caution flag tonight to get that last lap back. You just can't catch any luck. Kenny Storkson will catch the bad luck every time. Yeah, I definitely seen that. No luck, Kenny. All right, we got them side by side looking for... The start is on you, Parker. As they come out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag. Pace car's going to pull in. When will Parker fire off? Green flag is out. Man, dead heat start for those front guys as they come across the line. Good timing by Noah Martin. Down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. They're going to keep it 2 by 2 as they head into turn number 1 and 2. So far, everybody keeping it nice and straight as they are side by side through the field. Ian Martin trying to make some big moves up on the high side as he got stuck in the back, as he got turned around on that one, as we got one way down below the white line as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Let's keep it above the white line, guys. Through turn number 3 and 4. What's up, Luke? Yeah, I know. You said you were going to be in Texas this week. I almost should have ran Texas for this. This would have been a good one. Legacy, Texas is a blast as they're 4 wide for second, heading into turn number 1 and 2. A little bit of contact between Parker and Noah as Selby going to rip the lip up on the high side. He's looking for that cushion as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Selby, you looking for the cushion up there? Down into turn at number 3 and 4 as they are 3 wide back here. Here comes the 66 down on the bottom side. That's going to be Devin Parrott as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway. Sorry, down the front straightaway looking into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, we got them spinning. Couple of them together. Are they going all the way around? They're still saving it. Now they're wrecking. Big wreck out of turn number 2. Big wreck. Wow, they just pile in, but it looks like the 19, just a little tap there. As we had a big one happen, Draco going to lead the way. Zach Lovelace in second, Noah Martin in third. All right, so it just looked like there was a little tap going in the corner, and it just kind of accordion it up. It just one tap into another, and that's what caused that one. All right, so a little bit of intent wrecking there under caution. As Zach Lovelace as Zach Lovelace is going to lead the field. Noah Martin second, Matt Selby third, Justin Farless fourth, Ian Martin, Andrew Burt in that top six. Look at Kenny. He's not, well, Kenny's going to end up having to go to the back a little bit here, I'm pretty sure, as he had to take a wave around. Yeah, Burke thought it was wide open Wednesday. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. We're going to be looking for that green flag. Here once again as they come through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. If there is another yellow, you can take your laps back. All right, so Lovelace and Noah side by side on that front row, looking for the green flag this time by. We got a few guys a couple laps down. They're going to be looking for the caution flag once again. Hopefully we can take it green the rest of the way as they get the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as they head down the front straightaway. It is going to be Lovelace leading the way. Here comes Ian looking down low on Selby. Selby slams the door into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Lovelace going to continue to lead the way. He's got the pack behind him. He's got Selby all over the back of him into turn number 3. Lovelace protecting that bottom side. Martin going to get in the back of Selby. Move Selby up the track just a little bit, but Selby able to pull it back down as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, it's going to be 15 laps complete, 10 to go. Here comes Selby to the outside. Martin trying to figure out which way to go. Here comes the other Martin, Noah Martin, in the number 35. He's looking to the high side with Selby. Noah's going to dip back down behind Ian as they come out of turn at number 2. Selby looks for the bottom. It's not there. Ian Martin has filled that void. They're going to touch down the back straightaway, pushing Selby up the track. Here comes Noah. They're 3 wide behind him into turn number 3. So far, keeping it pretty clean up at the front as they come out of turn at number 4 to the line. Lovelace going to lead this time by. Topside trying to get organized. Kyle Todd going to move down to the bottom. Farless up in the mix. He's behind Kyle Todd. There's a couple that'll work together as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Ian going to try to get the cut down out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, trying to find the run on Lovelace. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Ian. He's got Noah behind him as they head for turn number 3. Selby going to stick back down to the bottom. He's going to get to the back bumper of Lovelace. Oh! Selby slides up the track, almost gets the quarter panel of Ian. Here comes Ian out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for the line. It's going to be Ian Martin at the line this time by. So you got the Martin line up on the top side. Kyle Todd trying to find a way to navigate his way through as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side up at the front, still jockeying for position. Kyle Todd into the back of Noah. Big save out of Noah. Big save out of the whole field right there. Big contact as they head down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Ian going to continue to lead. The battle's going to be behind him. Selby gets big loose out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to be 3 wide. Noah's going to slide up into Selby's door. Selby up on the high side. He's going to dirt track it around as Kyle Todd is going to use up Noah into turn number 1 and 2. No, Kyle Todd back to the top as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Kyle trying to dig that high side in the number 26. He's going to dip back down. Looks like we were getting single file down at the bottom. Ian Martin leading the field as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Lovelace all over the back of him as they're jockeying for position here at the back. Burke and George are both looking for a caution flag. Ian sideways into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They are still jockeying for that second position as Ian's trying to control both lanes as they head into turn. Oh, they're 3 wide for second. Now it's the 66 apparent to the high side. Here comes Justin Farless. He's going to be up on the top side, digging hard, looking for the lead this time by Lovelace. Gets to the bottom. They're 3 wide for the lead, 3 wide for fourth as they come across the line. I think Farless had it at the line that time by Kyle Todd peeking to the third lane. Farless sideways. Oh, they're big sideways. Will they save it? No, we got a wreck in the back. Oh, they saved it. They saved it out of turn number 2. Big save by those guys as they get big contact. 3 wide at Homestead. It is super sketchy. Oh, here comes the 52. Here comes Frank Monek. Oh, he gets turned. Big save out of Frank. Oh, my God. Frank's going to have to change those drawers as they come across the line. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Lovelace keeping that number 5 car clean, leading the way. Noah Martin in second. Ian Martin going to get to the back bumper as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. I don't know how these guys are still facing the right way. Oh, Burke got the fastest lap. Nice. I didn't even see that. This is wild as they head through turn number 3 and 4 to the line. It is going to be 3 laps to go. Will we make the white flag? Ian's going to duck up to the top side. It is wild. You are not wrong, Luke. Oh, big tap by Selby in the back bumper. Ian Martin. Selby going to get sideways. Oh, they're sideways behind him as they come out of turn number 2. They're going to be 3 wide. Somehow they save it again out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. 2 wide for second, 3 wide for fourth. Into turn number 3. Kyle Todd down on that bottom side. Noah Martin going to lean down on him. They're both sideways. Oh, Ian, hard on the wall. Oh, here goes Lovelace. They're around. Caution flag comes out as they were coming to 2 laps to go. Oh, big hit for Storkson at the end there. Ooh. Caution flag comes out. And we are going to get a green-white checker here tonight. Still got 10 minutes left. I'll tell you what. There were some crazy saves in that run. All right, well, let's just stop, guys. Come on. It's Homestead. Yeah, Lovelace is always good in the Well, this is kind of the opposite of Tuesday. Now you have the opportunity to make a comeback, right? Oh, Ian's got to take the toe in the number 98, not able to make it back. That might knock him out of this one. As they're going to come to the line. There is contact on the number 26. They're good. They're good. They've calmed down. If you took the waiver on, you got to go to the back. You got to go to wherever it tells you to go. There's going to be other people that I think took a waiver on too. If he doesn't go by, he'll probably plow you. Wow, Ian's going to make it. Took the toe. He's going to make it in time. Yeah, I'll clear blacks. All right, looking for the green flag. Green, white checker. Green, white checker. Going to be Kyle Todd and Matt Selby on that front row. Weatherington has had a great run sitting in the number 3 spot. Chris Finn. All right, next person that mic's up bitching, I'm going to just disconnect. All right, so caution flag out immediately. I guess Noah had a little internet malfunction there. Yes. All right, we're going to re-rack them, restack them here once again. Should get the one to go at the line at this time by Lovelace going down and getting a fresh set of rubber. As they get the one to go, looking for the green flag this time by. All right, we got them stacked up. We got Zach Lovelace trying to catch the field as they are going to get the green flag this time by Kyle Todd, Matt Selby on that front row. Those are two people up at the front that are known for using up the side of their car. This could be interesting on this start as the pace car going to pull in out of turn number 4. Weatherington getting a little excited there. In that number 10 machine, he's going to give a tap to the back bumper of the number 26 as the pace car pulls in. Looking for the green flag here. Green flag is out. I'm not even throwing it. Kyle Todd going to lead the way. It's going to be side by side. Make it 3-4 wide as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Todd might be a sitting duck here as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number... I don't know. I'm not even throwing the yellow. Shane Weatherton closing in on Kyle Todd. He's got help behind him. It's going to be Justin Farless. We got one sideways. Big save by Frank. They're wrecking out of turn number 4. It stays green. Too late to throw the caution. What's up, Mayo? White flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Todd going to lead the way. Weatherington in second. Ethan George, he's up to third as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It is going to be Kyle Todd leading the way. Weatherington all over the back of him. He's going to push him hard into turn number 3. Here comes Ethan George to the outside. Ethan digging high. Kyle Todd sideways. They're going to touch out of turn number 4, 3 wide. Big, oh, they're wrecking. Here comes Justin Farless to the bottom. Farless takes the win. Devin second. Ethan George third. Ian Martin's going to come in 4th. Andrew Birch in 5th. That was a chaotic last run as Farless takes the win. Devin Parrott in second. Those guys are going to be trying to jump over into the next session. We'll go through these results. We'll bring in those top 3 if they're there. Let's go through these results really quick. It's going to be Farless with the win. Parrott in second. Ethan George in third. Going to be Ian Martin in that number 4 spot. Andrew Birch in a 5th. Bill Sleep in 6th. Zach Lovelace in that number 7 spot. Kyle Todd in 8th. James Burke in 9th. Going to be Frank Monack in that number 10 spot. Noah Martin in 11th. Fanning in 12th. Weatherington going to bring it home in 13th. Selby 14th. Brett in 15th. Frankie in 16th. Storks in 17th. Kohig 18th. Wrong button. Draco 19th, Parker 20th, Mason Gobick did start. He's going to be 21st, Zach 22nd, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and jump over to this screen as we jump over into the next session. I'm going to pull in the top 3 if they are in Discord. Well, I don't know where everybody else is. I know Farless has the Discord. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe he won't. But exciting race. Kind of the opposite of what you had on Tuesday. Able to bring it home third. Almost stole a victory there, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they are either. But I'm sure if they get in here, they'll give their side of what happened. But I didn't know until I was in front of me spinning that I was not going to win. I thought I had that at the end of exit of 4. I found that outside really quickly for whatever reason. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, you know, if you get that side draft, you work it hard. It usually is pretty good up on that high side. Look like, oh shoot. I just realized that my other session didn't open because I didn't have enough funds on the thing. Hold on. Let me add some funds to that. I kind of don't even want to do it after that race. That was kind of horrible, but um, yeah, it looked like Kyle Todd was just trying to push it and hold it on that high side, and just got a little too sideways coming out of turn 4 and lost the back end a little bit. But man, it was dicey. There was a lot of big saves, a lot of near spins, and a lot of holding on to that car. That track is not easy.
No, it is not. That's what I said in the race. It's not a track that you can just push willy-nilly, and especially into the corners. You're already loose. And I pretty much proved that with my spin.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on, I'm just making sure all this stuff is set up. Well, great run here tonight. You've been definitely picking it up, especially in these street stocks. So it has to feel good to be in contention more and more each week. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, like usual. Dad who pays off for all this stuff. We're working on the sponsors. We're getting there, and always thanking you for doing this. I know I missed it when we left, even though you left for a while even though I wasn't there for a while. I was only there for about a month, but it definitely didn't give me anything to do on Thursdays.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Good luck in the next one. That session should be up any second now.
All righty. See if I can get another.
Yep. All right, so Farless did not jump over here, so no Farless. We'll see if we can get him over here. I'm going to tag him. Oh, let me put this in here. I was wondering where you were at.
Hey, it's been a while. I forgot.
You forgot where Victory Lane was?
I did. I had to get directions.
Man, wild one there. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of big saves. Man, that was insane. That was intense.
Yeah, that was crazy. I just was lucky enough on that last lap to be in the right spot at the right time, and they all wrecked, and here I come.
You know, you see them getting together in front of you. You know, you're kind of in the catbird seat. I know you and Kyle our friends are on the same team, I think, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he says I'm not going to admit anything. Nobody likes that guy. No, but I mean, you're just in there. He gets a little sideways coming off of turn 4. It's slick. You're trying to give it all you got, and easy to do that here at Homestead. Just get a little bit sideways, trying to push it too hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. This track's super slick, but it makes these things a lot more fun to drive. I think it's the best track we got for these street stocks, really, and it's definitely wild. You can say that much about it.
It's like ice racing.
Yes. Yeah.
Four wheel sliding. Man, fantastic run tonight. I know you had a bunch of big saves and hairy moments there, but why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Hey, just all my friends and family supporting me, and appreciate you putting on the race.
Appreciate you. I'm sure I'll see you here at Dega here in a second. That's going up now. I had to reload my account.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll be there. Those are my favorite cars to run on here.
All right, bud. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, so that was Farless with the victory here tonight. And the street stocks should be up now, hopefully. It is. So Dega is up. If you guys are trying to get in there, it looks like they are already loading. Oh, my God. Shit ton of people have already loaded in. Got to load in my Ford Mustang. I hear vomiting in the background. All right, so we have a ton of people in here, a bunch of people in here already. Bill Sleep, Braden Wares, Bryson Myers, I haven't seen him in a minute. Clint Sheehan joining us, Cody Nevin, McConnell, Ethan Bowers, Ethan George, Frankie, Franklin, Jared Jones joining us for this one, Jonathan Burt, Fireball, Moody, Selby, Augie's going to be in there, Weatherington, Kohik, Autry. Man, we got half the dirt field in here. Had to double check and make sure I didn't put up a dirt race by mistake. All right, just about in the session. Looks like we are 90% loaded as people continue. Autry going to show up tonight. So good to see him. I saw the entry list. I had to double check and make sure I didn't accidentally put up a dirt race. Oh,
Might as well be a dirt race.
Jonathan Burt taking a tumble.
Yeah, I had to do a double take too. I thought this was one of my OnlyFans streams, seeing all the same people.
All right, so it does look like we got quite a few people already up in this one. Clint Sheehan out there in the number 69. Braden Ware's out there. Clint Sheehan. All right, somebody take a screenshot. Clint Sheehan has got the number one time.
Oh no.
Oh my God. He's still at the top of the boards as we get ready for a little traditional WOOT action here. Clint Sheehan at the top of the charts. Landon Moody in second. Braden Wares in third. Oh, we definitely need to screenshot that. Hold on. He's beating Landon Moody. So quite the field in here already. Let's see, are we in 2 sessions yet? Let's see. Okay, so we have over 20 cars, and we got more cars coming in now. Let's see, 34, 45, 316. Who are they? Kohig is in here. 34. McCoy. And Basic. That is a hell of a last name. As we have 7 minutes of practice
right over there.
completed. Seven minutes of practice in right now as it stands. We got 30-minute practice here, so everybody getting loaded in, getting that seat time, trying to get in here for tonight's race. Clint Sheehan now in the number 2 spot as Braden Wares has passed him. More people continuing to jump into the session. Kohik going to jump up to the number 7 spot. Brett now in 7th. Did Brett end up in a different... Wow, Brett then ended up in a different session. We got Kenny Storks going to be 3rd quick. McConnell going to go to the top of the boards with Landon Moody. As those two are going to work together, I think. Yep, that is McConnell in the number 81. Jonathan Burt going to jump up to the top of the boards in that number 11 machine tonight. Working with Lovelace. Fireball's out there. drivers continuing to pile in here. Definitely a lot of cars in here already. We are just about 10 minutes into this session. So we'll see how this goes. Braden Ware's shooting back up to the top of the charts. Landon Moody in second. McConnell in third. Practice not meaning a lot here, but we'll tell you who you should work with. That screenshot. Oh, God. I just seen that. The plow out on the track in that number 14 machine, putting in some laps. We'll see if Cody Nevin jumps out there on the track. Ethan Bowers rolling out on the track in the 00. We'll have a couple 00s. We'll have Bowers and we'll have Lovelace. So Braden's trying to milk that draft to get the quick time. That's what he's doing right now in the 07. Let's see what kind of lap time he can pull in right now. He's kind of in a perfect spot if he rolls this correctly. See if he can suck in on the back bumper of Landon Moody. They got more. I think that's Clint just ahead of him. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, might be, Clint's going to go to the top side. That should help. That is definitely going to help McConnell and Moody. Oh, they had to move to the high side. We're going to see if that makes a difference here. See McConnell to the top of the boards. Damn, how many? We got 3 00s. We got 3 00s so far on this race.
Oh, no. We got the fastest lap, I think. Maybe.
I can try and push. I haven't pushed in these O'Reilly cars in a while. I haven't done a O'Reilly race in forever.
Just realized I had the chat going over the stream as these guys come out. We have about 18 minutes left here in practice. A little bit of a slow time right now as it stands. Looks like Weatherington has jumped over here. More drivers continuing to jump into the session. Kyle Todd out there right now putting in some laps. Almost taking the win in the street stocks. Big wreck coming out of turn number 4 cost him that one. Kohig out there all by himself, feeling a little lonely, and Cody Nevin gonna come out on the number 11. Hey, Cody, your car looks funny with a nose on it. All right, let's go see what happened. Oof. Oh, Frank is at the top of the boards in the number 52. Good to see him out again, getting his sim review back together. Been a while since we've seen Monac out here putting some races in. I think he is he's been doing a lot of broadcasting over there for AMX and their races. I don't know if their season is done yet or not, but go check them out over on Facebook, AMX Racing. Like some off-road stuff. They do a lot of off-road stuff. Definitely a good group of guys over there, including some real-life guys. Is Frankie going to go to the top of the charts now? Ethan George goes second. Monac back to the number 3 spot. Braden Ware's sitting in 4th. Clint Sheehan in the number 6 spot right now. He's doing a good job drafting here tonight. Little bobble there out of him, but definitely looking a lot better here tonight in that number 69 machine. Hey, Clint, you need to get up there and get yourself a beef stick.
Oh, don't lift.
All right, it's Clint rolling back up to the back bumper of Braden Ware. Oh, I think he just snapped into a Slim Jim.
That didn't feel too good. that one hurt.
He got there a little too soon into the back of Braden, and they get together down into the wall. Braden's going to take a big hit into the wall. All right, we have about 14 or 13 and a half minutes left before we get into qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying session. Jared Jones out on the track there in the Xerox number 6 machine. More drivers continue. Did we fill this up yet? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, these cars are so.
I think we are going to be full.
It's insane.
I think we are going to be a full session as Farless pulling out on the track in the number 7, our street stock winner. He's going to go down here and get some laps.
From moving around so much. Right side is you're not going to get overheat because you're not going to be pushing very long.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go
true.
back up to the front. Let's see who's pushing around. We've got some new groups coming up. We got a big pack here running around. These guys making it into that top 5. That Caleb Simmons up into the top 5 in the number 37. I hear Bill Sleep having some issues out there. Oh, the plow.
14. What the hell was that?
Unless you had sex with your mom, that should not be that time.
Oh, fucked up.
Oh, there it
He's
goes.
gone.
He was like blinking. I don't know what the heck happened.
Ooh. The nose stayed on for Cody Nevin. That's a first. This is the hardest part about doing WOOT back to back is these 30-minute practices. Ethan Bowers out there. Out there with Bill Sleep putting in some laps. Jonathan Burt
Go
is
get some tires. Hold on.
apparently going to go down on pit road.
I'll
Clint
follow you
Sheehan
in.
all by himself. Jared Jones out there getting some laps still. Cody Nevin going back out. Farless out there. He has found a partner. He's out there with Cody Nevin.
Okay, where's my pit box?
So we have filled up the session. 45 cars in here. Only
I think I
26
missed it.
going into tonight's feature.
Just take a right.
And I don't know if anybody
Who's
is
going to
left.
space? The 11 cars going to space.
Gregory Smith is going. Gregory Smith is got a packet drop probably here. So yeah, we got everybody still. Yep, there goes Greg as he is going to go ahead and lose those packets. Autry has not put down a lap, but he is in the session. Farless going to be out there putting in some laps. Currently 35th quickest, but should be a little quicker this time. He has some help as they come across the
14,
line.
You are not good at this.
You think it's bad here, you should see him at Hickory. All right, so closing in on the end of practice, let me go ahead and remind some of these guys of what's going on.
I think I have the world record longest donut.
All right, guys. We got about 8 minutes before we get into qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying session. You do have 3 laps. I'll do a quick I'll do a driver's meeting. I don't know if it'll be quick or not. At the beginning of qualifying, you're more than welcome to qualify. Just want to let you guys know I'm going to be talking for the beginning of qualifying in case you don't like somebody talking while you're qualifying. This is going to be a tough one to get in. I mean, 26 cars going into the feature. We have 43 in here since Gregory Smith has left. Looks like Ethan George has disconnected. We'll see if he makes it back in. He usually does. The 316 has not joined. So right now, technically 42 cars in the session. Nobody is left except for Ethan George willingly. But like I said, Ethan usually makes his way back in as they come out of turn, as these guys come out of turn number 4. Looks like Clint Sheehan leading this field. So Clint's pretty solid in practice here, currently 9th on the board.
44, you're a fucking idiot.
Uh-oh.
Hold on to her, Clint.
It was an arrow. I'm sorry.
Apparently the 44 is a fucking idiot, so we're going to go take a look and see what... Oh, it's not going to show me. move up into the other practice, see who we got over here. Selby out there in the number 46 machine. Gonna go out there and put some laps in. Oh, the 360. You'll be there. All right, good. Yeah. I was curious.
Well, I'm stuck here now. There's no way I can get out of this.
Shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. I just realized that said doing donuts. As we get about 5 minutes left here in qualifying or in practice. August Marcy in that number 35 machine, currently in the number 13 spot in practice. Got a little pack of cars here. Billy James, Stephen McCoy is McCoy. Nope, not McCoy, who's in the 30. Russell Bonzi and oh man, I'm never gonna say Ben's last name. Ben, is your last name Ratchet Sky? How the hell do I say that, Ben?
You say it.
Where am I? Oh, I'm back. Oh, I'm going up.
Nobody has gone down there and hit Dylan. Who do we got in that session with him? Which session is he in? Session 2.
What's that all about, bro? Man, I've tried pushing you, but you're all over the road. Yeah, I was trying to bump you there, give you a little push, but you're all over the road.
No, well, I was just come back in from being down below the bus. But sorry about that. I thought you was trying to wreck me on purpose.
Oh man, I was trying to run with you there.
They getting salty over practice.
Running my attention.
Hey, Brett, you've hit everything else on the track. Why don't you go hit the number 2 in the opening there? He's kind of stuck.
You can come at me. I'm right after the start finish line.
No, I'm in group number 2. Dylan's been oh no, he disappeared.
I hit him. Okay, maybe.
Yep.
Doing you a favor. I want to fly. You're sending me into the next universe.
All right, so we got a couple guys out there getting a couple quick lapses. We got about 2 minutes before we get into qualifying here tonight. Now they're gonna just beat and bang on each other. As we got a minute and a half left, getting ready for qualifying here tonight. Got a little drivers meeting to do. Should get interesting. Brett's trying to get back to him. Why does he have a Christmas scheme? Brett, Why do you have a Christmas scheme? I know you're listening. And you aren't going to catch him. He's faster than you.
This is my hole. Stay away.
Oh, no, he's going to get him. Oh. He got him.
James, do you like my livery, bro?
The 11? Yeah. I didn't read it very well. Oh.
It's Porsche Stripper Pink.
Porsche Stripper Pink?
Yes. Zach knows the real name, but I can't remember it. In Porsche world, it's called Ruby Star Neo, which sounds like a hooker name. I'm Ruby Star Neo.
All right, we're gonna get We're gonna get into qualifying here, as that is the end of practice. Christmas, yeah. Hey, Brett, the chat wants to know if you keep your Christmas lights up all year round.
You got 4 blown motors on the front straightaway. Sorry.
Well, I'm from Alabama.
I'm sorry.
Well, that explains why you date your sister, but, that wasn't the question. All right, guys, thanks for coming out. We do this every Thursday. We do a street stock race at 9:30 before this, and then we come into this where it is a little bit crazy. We do qualifying here. Top 5 will transfer into the feature, will not have to run a heat or a consi. Anybody outside of the top 5 in qualifying will end up getting put in a heat race. Top 8 from each heat race, top 5 from the consi transfer. So a total of 26 cars going into the feature. There are no cautions in the heats or the consi. So if you get in a wreck, go get the fast repair, get back out there. They'll probably wreck again. All initial starts will be on green. All initial starts will be on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. Obviously, if somebody misses a shift or spins the tires or, something dumb, I'll use my discretion there, but don't sit back to jump out of line or it will get you DQ'd. The yellow lines, obviously we're going to keep it above the yellow line. Not so much that I care that you guys run below the yellow line, but people don't know how to re-enter the track, and it causes big wrecks, and those are wrecks that are avoidable. Chat is the biggest thing here. I know a couple of people got upset in practice. I don't care if you mic up and tell somebody one time they're a fucking moron, but leave it at one and done. If you do keep it going, I will just remove you from the session. It only takes one bad attitude to ruin everybody's attitude in the session, and we don't want to do that. This will be streamed on MDiTV now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you guys want to watch, go ahead and jump over there and get on the stream. I'm sure I'm missing a thing or two. If I missed anything, there's enough people in here that are regulars, they'll remind you of what the rules are. But just go out there, have fun. And like I said, every Thursday we do this race at 10:30 is when the session opens. It did fill up, so you want to usually be quick. And it's some combination at Talladega. The first race is usually street stock, somewhere similar type of racing, usually wide open, super speedway style. We do like Legacy, Michigan, Charlotte, those type of tracks. Today we did Homestead. But have fun, guys. Top 5 transferring on time. Everybody else off to a heat. All right. So right now it is Scott McLean. Hey, Ethan. I was talking to the other one. All right, it's going to be Scott McLean on the pole right now. Frankie Lester second. Jared Jones going to go to the top of the boards. I was actually surprised not to see Jarrett in the first race at the Street Stocks. I believe he won the last time we were at the Homestead before tonight. Bill Sleep going to be second quick as these guys starting to put some laps in. They do have 10 minutes. They do have 3 laps in order to put down their quickest time tonight. We'll see those guys hopefully take advantage of those laps. Could make the difference on where you start, at least in the heat race. But making it into the top 5 is absolutely crucial here tonight to make your night a whole lot easier. Only 26 cars going into the feature here tonight. All right, so far we have 27 cars that have put down a lap. Right now at the top of the board is going to be Jared Jones, Bill Sleep, Jonathan Burt, Frankie Lester, and Scott McLean are your top 5. Looking to transfer their way in. Still some quick guys to go. I say that. McLean goes to the top of the boards with a 53.787. All right, who else do we got on the track? Who is out there putting down a lap? Let's see, Landon Moody out on the track in the number 84 machine. So Landon Moody out in the number 84. We'll see what kind of lap time he can put down. We're going to keep an eye on this top 5. Right now, Selby is in the number 6 spot. He's looking to start the pole in heat race number 1 if it stays where it's at, but this could change a ton. We got Cody Nevin out on the track in the number 11 as it looks like Nathan Johnson going to go 3rd quick and knock Frankie Lester down into the heat races as he comes across the line. Fireball's out there. Bowers is out there. Kyle Todd is out there. So lots of cars taking laps right now. 32 have taken a lap. Top 5 right now: McLean, Jones, Johnson, Sleep, and Burt. How about that lap out of Bill Sleep? Will it hold and keep him in the top 5 and into tonight's feature? The easy way is Nevin going to sit 20th on the board. That is not where he wants to be. As Landon Moody completes a lap here. Let's see where Moody is going to put it here on his lap. Lovelace out on the track right now. Definitely one to watch to jump into that top 5. Lovelace is in a funny spot. He wants to get in that top 5, but getting in the top 5 will knock out his teammate Jonathan Burt, as it looks like Moody taking another lap around the top of the track, trying to build up absolutely as much speed as he can for his money lap. Storkson sitting in the number 10 spot here in qualifying, as Brett goes to the 2nd place with a 53.808. Oh, that is scary. He's going to be starting up at the front of the field. All right, so Landon Moody now down on the bottom of the track, putting down his lap time. Lovelace is out there putting down his lap. Let's see where Moody will put that number 84 machine. Looks like Farless back at 11th, Storkson in 12th. Ethan Bowers back in 20th right now. Cody Nevin dropping in that number 11 machine. So these guys utilizing all the time here in qualifying. Curtis Mitchell going to jump up into the number 6 spot as he's got one more lap to go. Where is Moody going to land? Moody goes 3rd quick with a 53.822, knocking Bill Sleep down into the heat races. Lovelace has gotten his first lap in. Will he pick up the pace here on lap number 2? Lovelace going to be down there in that number 38 position now. Let's see. This should be his money lap. Will Lovelace knock Nathan Johnson out of that top 5? Looks like Bryson has left, Russell has left, Gregory and Ben have all left. Looks like Curtis did make it. I think he qualified. All right. Yeah, he's 7th quick right now. Let's see where Lovelace is going to put this number 00 as he comes across the line. 2nd quick with a 53.803, putting him in the top 5, knocking Nathan Johnson down into the heat race. Jared Jones now on the bubble. Don't know if there's anybody out there right now with an opportunity to knock him off that top 5. Does not look like it. Curtis Mitchell is not. He's doing donuts. You had another lap, Curtis. Oh, maybe. In the race, yes. I can't watch everybody in qualifying, but yes. In the race, above the yellow. As we got about 20 seconds left here in practice, and we're going to get into heat race number 1. All right, if you're 6 on back on the board, you're going to be in a heat race here tonight, guys. Say your prayers now. It is going to get wild. Top 5 do not have to race the heats. Top 5 make it in. 6 on back are in the heat race. All right, guys. Top 8 transfer into the feature here tonight. Everybody else off into the LCQ. So, top 8 transfer. Start will be on green. Start will be on green. There are no caution flags. If you get wrecked, go get your fast repair, get back out there. They may wreck again. Seen plenty of people make it in after another wreck, so don't count yourself out just because you get in one and have to get your fast repair. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. I am not the only one watching. I think Moody might be the only one with admin privileges in here. So, but Moody is already in, so he'll be keeping an eye on you guys too. All right, starting on the pole here tonight. I got the wrong track up there. Let me fix it. In heat race number 1, it's going to be Nathan Johnson. Outside of him in the 316, it's going to be Curtis Mitchell. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Frankie Lester with Brian starting in a 4th. Going to be Farless in that number 5 spot, Storkson in 6th, Burke in 7th. Going to be Ethan Bowers in that number 8 spot, Shane Weatherington in 9th, Augie in 10th. Going to be Dion in that number 11 spot, Frank Malnack in 12th. With Kenny starting in that number 13 spot. Going to be Arwin, in that number 14 position. Kyle Todd in 15th. Going to be Gobic in the number 16 position. Clint Sheehan 17th. Dylan in 18th. Ben is not in there. And Edward Owens in that number 20 spot. 8 cars going to transfer through as these guys roll into turn at number 1 and 2. Who's it going to be here tonight? Can Nathan Johnson hold on for 5 laps? Only 5 laps in these heat races. They go quick as they come down the back straightaway. Curtis Mitchell to his outside in the 316. Looking to hold on into tonight's feature. Couple fast guys in the back looking to race their way up. This could be interesting. Sending a lot of people home here tonight. Tempers will flare. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 through turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. Let me know out in the chat who's your pick in heat race number 1. Let me know as they come out of turn number 4. Pace car going to pull in. Long way down the front straightaway into the tri-oval, into the restart zone for that green flag. It is going to be 5 laps here tonight in heat race number 1. So 19 cars going for 8 positions. Kenny, if he survives, I think he's going to be happy. As they come through the tri-oval, green flag is out. Green flag is out as Frankie's going to try to time it perfect down on the inside. Curtis going to slide just at the start finish line. That was pushing it pretty close as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Curtis going to lead the way. Nathan in second. Frankie in third. Farless in that number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Single file for the top 4, 5 maybe cars as they head for turn number 3. We got these guys in line. These guys going to be pretty patient all the way back to Weatherington. Augie down on the inside in that number 4 team machine, trying to hold strong and get single file. Battle's going to be for that number 8 spot, the transfer spot. That's where they start side by side. That is where all the chaos could be here tonight as they come across the line. 1 lap complete. Curtis Mitchell leads the way into turn number 1 and 2. Curtis going to lead the way as these guys try to figure it out right around that transfer spot, trying to get the run. Augie as side by side now for the number 6 position as the top lane is starting to gain some momentum. So top line starting to get organized as the 54 of Weatherington going to lead them into turn number 3 and 4. Big bobble there. That's going to break up the top side just a tick as it looks like the 36 of Brian is stuck up on the high side. Left hung out the dry. Now they're starting to jump out of line. It is the 77. I believe it was a Frankie. No, it wasn't the 70. Yeah, it is the 77. Oh, we got one down into the inside wall hard. That is going to be Arwen. Basic hard into the inside wall. Somehow not too much damage as Owens is way behind the field in that number 71. It's a little bit of chaos further back. Oh, big wreck in turn number 1 and 2. Big wreck into turn number 1 and 2. What happened here? Let's take a look. Oh, big tap from behind. As it looks like Augie got the hit from behind, not able to hold on to it as Curtis Mitchell going to continue to lead the field. Right now in that 8th and final transfer spot is going to be Kenny Storkson. Will he get some luck here tonight? Edward Owens was way behind the field. He is going to be in that number 7 spot. So we got a breakaway up at the front as we get a wreck there in turn number 1 and 2. 3 laps into this one, 2 laps into this one. A lot of the field getting wrecked. We'll see if they make their way back out onto the track. As they come out of turn number 4, it is going to be white flag this time by. So field is pretty spread out. I'd be surprised to see anything big happen as it looks like Kenny Storkson is trying to hold on to that transfer spot. He's got Augie behind him. This is going to be the battle on the track right here as they come to the line. White flag is out for those guys. We're going to keep an eye on the battle for the transfer spot. Top 5. Here comes Augie putting the pressure on Storks and Curtis Mitchell leading the way. Will Nathan jump out of line in that number 44? Out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is going to be in the air. Looks like these guys might be content. Nathan not trying to make the move, but Frankie Lester going to make the move. Not able to do it. Mitchell going to take the win. Johnson, Frankie Lester, Monac, Weatherington, Burke, Edward, Owens, Kenny Storkson. Is Kenny going to hold on? Here comes Augie trying to get the run out of turn number 4. Trying to get that transfer spot. Looks like Augie might end up starting on the pole in the Consi. That's where he's going to be as Storkson comes across the line and transfers his way in. Oof. All right, so an eventful heat race number 1. We're going to see how heat race number 2 goes. As we get them lined up here once again, there's a long... I think this belongs to you. All right, so heat race number 2 getting lined up on the track. It is going to be Bill Sleep leading the way to the green flag here once again. Jonathan Burt in second. Going to be Matt Selby in that number 3 spot. Tommy Kohik in 4th. Going to be Fireball in the number 5 position. McConnell in 6th. Billy James in 7th. Going to be Braden Wares back in 8th. Ethan Orzo in 9th. Autry in 10th. Going to be Cody Nevin back in 11th. August Marcy in 12th. 13th, it's going to be Caleb Simmons. Ethan George in 14th. Austin Weekly in 15th. Going to be McCoy in 16th. Myers is not here. Wow, only 14 cars have made it into this one. And I think I've called everybody that's in here. I'm good. All right, guys, let me just jump in here real quick and remind you that the start is on green. There's only 14 of you in this one. Top 8 transfer through. No jumping out of line until after the start finish line. Curtis pushed it a little bit there, but he was clear enough, and it wasn't really that big of a deal. But I just don't want people wrecking the field coming to the green. I'd rather them wreck them after. Nah, you're good. It was close. It wasn't like horrible or anything. It was if it was before it was just a little bit. I just didn't go back and look at it. All right, we are looking for the green flag at this time by. I was trying to get back to watch the transfer spot. I didn't know if Augie had anything for Kenny. I probably didn't. All right. Uh-oh, I heard something. Looking for the green flag as they come through the tri-oval. Green flag is out. Kenny with the 50 stars. Appreciate that, Kenny. He made the feature. He made the feature. Bill Sleep going to lead the way down into turn number 1 and 2. Bill on the inside. Burt on the outside as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead. A little bit of different strategy here. They didn't go single file quite as quick as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. I don't think it matters. I think you're going to end up side by side either way. Down into turn number 3 and 4, side by side, still through the field. McConnell in that transfer spot. Nevin, one spot out as they come out of turn number 4. Braden Ware is going to go to the bottom side. He's going to leave the top side open. That could bite him here as they come down through the trial. But here comes McConnell to the outside. Across the line, Bert's going to lead that time by Kohig behind him as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Bottom side is struggling. Bill Sleep going to get shuffled into the middle. Nope, he's able to hold it back down to the bottom as they come out of turn number 2. Starting to get a little antsy here as we work lap number 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, big pushes from behind as it looks like the 15 of Fireball is going to be all over the back bumper of Kohig. Kohig able to hold on to it as here comes Burt back down to the bottom. They're 3 wide in the back of the pack for that transfer spot. Third lane starting to form as they come to the line this time by. It's going to be Kohig leading the way as they come to the line this time by. 3 wide back in the pack as these guys try to transfer in. Big pack of cars here. Braden Ware is going to hang out in that number 12 spot. Right now, I think it's going to be finding an escape route as they got contact. Oh, big contact. Fireball goes around. As they come out of turn number 2, that's going to thin the field out. So definitely some cars with some damage there. Braden Ware snuck his way through. He's in the number 6 spot. Right now, it is going to be McConnell in the final transfer spot. He's got Autry behind him in that number 22. Down to the trial. We're going to be 3 laps complete. Kohik going to lead the way. Burt behind him. Bill Sleep, Billy James, and Marcy, your top 5. As here comes Wares trying to get back up underneath Selby into turn number 1 and 2. McConnell sitting in the transfer spot. Autry might need some help from behind. Weekly trying to close the gap on that pack. As the leaders are single file, it is going to be white flag this time by after they come out of turn number 4. Kohig going to lead the way. Looks like Selby trying to get that top side to work. No help up high as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Some of these guys are just content to ride in line. Here comes Autry looking to the outside. Or sorry, I got that backwards. That is Ethan George to the outside. Autry now has picked up in the number 20. Oh, he's going to bang the wall. Back down to the bottom. Autry to the bottom. Up underneath the 22 of Ethan George. 3-car battle for the transfer spot. As they head into turn number 3 and 4. Contact knocks the 22 of George up side by side. Do we have a battle for the lead? We do. As they are 2 by 2 out of turn number 4. Here comes Jonathan Burt to the outside. Burt looking to take the win here in heat race number 2. Oh, here comes Selby. Selby making contact. Burt turns sideways as it's going to be Selby with the win. Bill Sleep, Kohig, Wares, Marcy, Billy James, Burt, and Ethan George making their way in to the feature here tonight. Wild finish coming to the end there. Selby stealing it away, making a little bit of contact. As we are going to get ready for tonight's LCQ. Should be a wild one here tonight. They touch doors, banging doors. Oh my God, this is wild. McConnell goes to the bottom below the double yellow. 3 wide to the line. All right, we are going to get ready for the LCQ. There's going to be a lot of cars in this one. Augie is going to be leading the field to the green flag. Going to be Augie starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ. Tyler Autry in second. Going to be Dion in that number 3 spot. McConnell in 4th. Ethan Bowers going to start in 5th. Austin Weekly in 6th. Farless in 7th. Going to be Caleb Simmons in that number 8 spot. Dylan in 9th. Cody Nevin in 10th. Going to be Brian in that number 11 spot. Fireball in 12th. Gobik in 13th. Going to be Ethan Orzo in that number 14 spot. Kyle Todd in 15th. Stephen McCoy in 16th. Kenneth Blackburn going to start in that number 17 spot. Bryson Myers 18th. Arwen in 19th. Going to be Gregory in 20th. Clint Sheehan in 21st. And I think the rest of the people are not here for sure, as we are going to get ready for the LCQ. I think no, I'm good. All right, looks like Dion did not show up. 16 cars, 5 spots. All right, guys, 6 laps here in the LCQ. You got to be in it at the end to have an opportunity. Top 5 transfer through. The start will be on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. All right, looking for the green flag as they head through turn number 3 and 4. They are stacked up 2 by 2. All right, pace car pulls off. 2 by 2, Augie and Autry on that front row. Looking for the green flag. Who's it going to be in the LCQ? Going to the feature. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Augie's going to lead him down into towards turn number 1 and 2. Autry on the outside with the edge as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, the 2's going to stick it down in there. Down, flirting with a double yellow line as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Can you check the number 2 and 1 and 2 there, Landon? Yeah. It's Dylan Baum. No. 1 and 2. The did he go below the double yellows? Out of to the line, Autry. All right, I just want to make sure. I just didn't want to not look at it. All right, down the back straightaway, going to be Autry leading the way. Augie in second. Ethan Bowers in third. Dylan Baum in fourth. Brian in fifth. Nevin's going to blink a little bit there through turn number 1, 3, and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, going to be 2 laps complete. So far, the field is going to keep it clean. As they come across the line, 2 laps complete. Looks like Weekly going to have some issues at the back. Where is... Clint is still in it. So Clint still has an opportunity. They're going to be 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Autry going to continue to lead. 36 of Brian down on the bottom. Cody Nevin is working into a transfer spot, but Simmons down low, trying to dig up underneath him as they come out of turn number 4. So the top 5 have changed a bit as they come out of turn number 4 down through the front straightaway. Going to be 3 laps complete halfway through. Here comes the race for the transfer spot. They are going to run 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, it is sketchy. Right now, Farless is 1 spot out, our street stock winner. Can he make his way in? 3 wide behind him for going home. Oh, big contact up on the top side. Big bobble. Here comes Nevin. Nevin looking for a little bit of cushion as he jumps up to the high side. That's going to allow Farless to race his way up to these guys. That big draft into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Going to be 2 laps to go at the line. As now Farless is in, Nevin is out. Here comes Kyle Todd up to the outside. Kyle Todd trying to race his way in. Nevin's going to push up the track. That's going to push Kyle Todd out. Here comes the 15 of Fireball. Oh, this is going to be wild coming to that. And 1 into the wall. That's going to be the 37 of Simmons in the wall. These guys getting pushy at the back of the pack that are not in. Nevin is now connected with that front pack. Fireball is closing the gap in that number 15 machine. Coming to the line, white flag this time by 1 lap to go. Top 5 transfer through. Second pack is starting to lose touch with the front pack, but the front pack is going to get racy as Augie looked to the outside of Autry. Here comes Nevin. Nevin jumps to the outside. Big bobble. Farless pushed up. Nevin was pushing down. Both of them keep out of each other. Here comes the second part of the pack as they come out of turn number 2. Oh, this is going to get sketchy down the front straightaway. Augie going to move to the outside. Autry down on the bottom. He's got Bowers behind him. Bowers going to push him into turn number 3 and 4. Augie wanted to come below, but it wasn't there. Big contact. Nevin's going to get turned. He's turned forward. Big save. No, Nevin not able to hold on to it. They're still wrecking back there. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Oh, big bobbles. People still wrecking in the back as they come through the tri-oval. Right now, Brian is in. As they come to the line, it's going to be Augie with the win. Autry, Farless, Ethan Bowers, and Brian making their way in. Dylan is out. Caleb's out. Nevin's out. Todd's out. Mason Gobik's out. Fireball is out. McConnell was out. Blackburn was out. Shea was out. A lot of regular names not making the feature here tonight, as that was a relatively calm LCQ. All right. All right, guys, we're going to get a 3-minute warm up here. You guys can go out, get your drinks, go to the bathroom, whatever you got to do. And we're going to get into the feature here tonight in 3 minutes. You guys can wreck each other, whatever. Just don't go the wrong way around the track. Go backwards the right way, but don't go the wrong way around the track and get DQ'd. Thanks for coming out. Oof. Somebody ordered T-bone. All right, so these guys got to have a little bit of fun as usual as we are going to get ready for tonight's 30-lap event. Yeah, you guys are a lot more stable when you kiss.
Not anymore.
I think you gave him a little too much tongue there.
Brett, come here.
So Selby has made it. Autry has made it.
I'm gonna catch you.
Braden Wares has made it. Here comes Jonathan Burt. He heard something about tongue, and he is going to look for some now. All right, it's going to be 30 laps for tonight's main event as we are about a minute and 20 seconds away from that. 30 laps. Long time at Talladega. Key here is going to be surviving to the last 3 laps to make your move. That is going to be what you need to do. How many cars will make it to those final 3 laps? Oof. All right, so Braden Ware's out there having a little bit of fun. These guys just going down, burning it down, having a little bit of fun, getting ready for tonight's feature. As we have about 30 seconds left till tonight's main event. Donuts down on pit road. Oof. Selby's burning it down on pit road. Oh my God, he went right through. Yeah, I saw that. All right, let's get ready for tonight's main event as that is the end of the warm-up. They get out on the track. Let's see how many people ended up sticking around. It is going to be Scott McLean starting on the pole here tonight. Outside of him, it's going to be Zach Lovelace. Starting in the number 3 spot, it is going to be Brett Vinson. Outside of him, in the number 84, starting in 4th, it's going to be Landon Moody. Jared Jones going to start in 5th. Curtis Mitchell in 6th. Matt Selby in 7th. Going to be Nathan Johnson in that number 8 spot. Bill Sleep in 9th. Frankie Lester going to start in 10th. Kami Kohig in 11th. Frank Monack in 12th. Going to be Braden Ware starting in 13th. Weatherington in 14th. Austin Marcy in 15th. James Burke going to start in 16th. Billy James in 17th. Edward Owens in 18th. Burt's going to start in that number 19 spot. Storkson in 20th. Ethan George in 21st. Augie going to start in 22nd. Tyler Autry in 23rd. Farless in 24th. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight will be Ethan Bowers and Brian Nooner. Looks like Weatherington and Owens did not stick around. Shout out to the Charity Cup Series crew, says Curtis out in the chat as these guys roll out on the track. All right, guys, just a reminder, this start will be on green. Restarts will be on leader. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. It is admin control cautions. I may not throw a caution for a 1 or 2 car crash, or if we get a bunch of crashes in a row, I might let it roll for a little while. That being said, if you do get in a wreck, get your fast repair. If there is no caution, get back out on the track. You can get your laps back when we do get a caution. being that there will be cars probably getting their laps back under caution. If you are a lead lap car, stay down on the double yellow line when we get a caution so those guys can rip around the top side and get their laps back. Let's have some fun here tonight, guys. 30 laps is a long time. Get settled in, and let's see how far we can make it green. Yeah, hold on. Let me take your admin privilege away. No Moody cautions, Moody. You shouldn't have to pit, but if we go green the whole way and it's short on gas, you might have to. Pace cars in, looking for the green flag. It is going to be McLean and Lovelace on that front row. 2 by 2 through the field, looking for the green flag. Right? Green flag is out. He can't use the grip. Oh. All right. He jumped out, but he could get back in line. Oh, no. Jonathan Burt down into the inside wall already. Jonathan Burt into the inside wall. Single car wreck. We're going to keep it green for now as they come down the back straightaway. Going to be Lovelace leading the way as he's got Moody all over the back of him. Down the back straightaway, heading for turn at number 3. So a little bit of pushing already. Going to get Jonathan Burt out of whack early on here. Does he have a bunch of damage on that thing? We're going to take a look and find out. He might be all right. I don't see a ton of damage. So he's just got to keep that thing clean and wait for the caution flag, as it is going to be Lovelace leading lap number 1. Moody in second. Down into turn number 1 and 2. These guys getting a little pushy already. Oh, Brett's going to go down on the apron just a little bit. Almost wrecks the field coming into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It is going to be Moody now taking the lead as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Brett gets turned around. Down into hard into the inside wall. Hold your brake, Brett. Let's... All right, so Brett gets turned around as it is going to be a new race leader once again. It's going to be McLean at the line as they head for turn number 1 and 2. So Burt did go down, get some damage repaired. Brett's going to have to go down as we move back up to the front. It is going to be Curtis Mitchell on the outside leading the way down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3. Oh, we got 2 more cars wrecking down. Big hit for the number 6 on the inside wall. That is Jared Jones. Down into turn number 3 and 4. We'll get a caution here soon, guys. I want to get a few laps in. Coming to the line. Remember, you'll get your laps back if you had to tow. Down across the line, Mitchell going to lead the way. Nathan Johnson in second, McLean in third, Moody in fourth. These guys got to try to settle in. Oh, Billy James around. Nobody else caught up. We're going to keep it green for now as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Heading for turn number 3. It is going to be Mitchell leading the way. He's going to go up block. Moody gets big sideways. Big block early on for this one as here comes the 77 to the outside. Oh, it is getting sketchy up at the front as they come to the line. It is going to be Nathan Johnson leading the way in that number 44. Here comes the top side. If somehow they keep it clean for the next 6 laps, I will throw a caution on lap number 10. There's been quite a few wrecks. I just wanted to run green for a bit. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is Brett Vincent up ahead. Lap traffic as Moody leads the way down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. He's got Augie all over the back of him as they head into turn number 3. Moody leads the way. Brett's going to go down on the apron, gets out of the way as they head through 3 and 4. So far, keeping it clean up at the front as it is definitely dicey. We got a second pack back here. They're racing it out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Gonna be Augie leading the way. Selby in second. Moody in third. Braden Wares up to fourth. Down the back straightaway. So we got a couple dirt guys up at the front, and primarily dirt guys. Selby runs a little bit of asphalt. But Augie definitely runs a little less asphalt, leads the way as, Selby gets a push from behind by that number 44 of Nathan Johnson. Keeping an eye on these packs as Augie continues to lead the way. Here comes Moody to the outside. Big bobble there through the tri-oval. These cars are getting light through the tri-oval, especially if they get a push as they come across the line. Moody leads them for turn number 1. Selby going to get pushed down on the apron, able to bring it back up. Augie. Selby's going to let him back in as they head through turn. No, big save for Braden Wares. What a save for Braden Wares. As they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Here comes Frankie up on the high side in that number 1 machine. He has not cooperated with the back ends of these cars, trying to figure out how to push efficiently. Definitely been some cars sideways. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. Laps down right now as it stands. Looks like Autry is back out on the track as they come across the line. Going to be 7 laps complete. They're 3 wide at the back of this pack as Wares might have gotten a little nut code there. As these guys try to continue to figure it out. So far, so good as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Big blocks going on. Lap traffic up ahead. Yeah, there was a bunch of wrecks. I do want to give those guys an opportunity, if you guys don't wreck again, to get caught back up. There was 5 or 6 wrecks that I didn't throw caution for. As they come to the line, it is going to be Moody leading the way this time by. Is that Brett going another lap down? In that number 14 it is, as they head for turn number 1 and 2. So Brett's going to be a couple laps down here in that number 14 machine. He's going to roll up at the top. That is sketchy. 4 wide with the lap car through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be the completion of lap number 10. So we got one more lap when you hit the line this time. Ware's up into the wall. Ware's able to hold onto it. This pack is going to get single file. They're going to try to save their fast repair as these guys still racy up at the front. Here comes Frankie to the outside. Nathan Johnson going to jump up to the high side with him. Moody's going to go up, block the run, gets the bump from behind. Frankie down to the bottom. So is Moody as they head into turn number 1 and 2. There it is. There was a spin. Had another spin. Didn't want to wreck all you guys up front right now. All right. Yeah, please go down to the double yellow line if you are on the lead lap. There are multiple lap down cars that are one or more laps down. So a lot of chaos there as we get the caution flag here tonight. 10 laps complete when they hit the line. Moody is going to lead the way as they go to catch that car. Frank's going to go down on pit road. Did Frank get in a wreck? Oh, Frank had to take the tow. That is unfortunate for him. But he should be able to get back on that lead lap. Moody leads the way. Lap cars starting to get those laps back. Going to try to get back on the lead lap. We're going to try to get racy here once again as we get the field back together. These guys definitely pushy tonight. Must be a full moon out there. I think it actually is. As these guys are pushing it hard. All right, so far so good. What do you guys think of the racing out there so far? As these guys try to hold on. See. Oh, let me do it now. Oh, won't let me do it. Dang. Anybody coming down on pit road? A lot of fakers. A lot of fakers. Looks like Bill Sleep going to come down on pit road. Here comes Brett getting another lap back. Autry's going to get another lap back. That'll put these two guys back on the lead lap. You got one more car coming to the outside, and then everybody, I think, is back on the lead lap, except for Frank. Frank's going to have to get his lap back, I think. Well, so definitely a lot of chaos on that first run as we are 1/3 of the way through this one. Moody leads the way. Frankie second. Matt Selby, Augie, Johnson, Mitchell, McLean, Burke, Lovelace, and where's your top 10? So apparently Burke thinks it's Friday and not Thursday. I'm looking at both of you. Neither one of you look too bad. All right, we are going to get that one to go at the line this time by as we get them restacked back up. Yeah, it was close. I took a quick look at what happened there, and I saw you almost hit that. But yeah, Mike, it's good to see you out here. I know it's hard to have fun on the dirt side now. All right, looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. This start will be on Landon Moody, just to give you guys a heads up. He can go anytime after the pace car pulls off. I'm assuming he's not going to go too soon. And Moody, let's keep it as close to that 70 mile per hour mark or whatever this pace speed is as we can. All right, pace car going to pull in as they come out of turn number 4. Stack them up 2 by 2. We're going to try to hit the rest of this one. Can we keep it green? I don't think so. I seen how they drove that first part of the race. But looking for the green flag. Pace car is in. When will Moody fire them off? Everybody closing that gap. Moody going to get on the gas. Green flag is out as Selby tells Moody it is time to go. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Looking like everybody stays in line, keeping it clean so far as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Right now, as it is side by side for second on back. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It looks like Mitchell going to push the 77 of Frankie to the point. Down the back straightaway. Frankie looking to come down. He can't. Moody's going to fill the void into turn number 3. Uh-oh. We got issues. Caution. Oh. Yeah, there's going to be people getting damage repaired and stuff. I'm not gonna advance it. I never do. We try and keep it rolling through. So it looked like the wreck in the back was just from a stack up, and then it looked like there might have been a little contact between 2 cars up at the front, which slowed down Curtis and just ended up with a bad bump in the middle of the corner. All right, so we're gonna come. No. You were what? Only like a pit stall away, maybe 2. All right, so the caution flag is out for the second time tonight as we got a big one. 15 laps complete. As we got guys getting laps back, couple guys down on pit road, big one. So right back here, this is kind of a, it looks like there was a stack up further up. Just a little stack up there. Not a whole lot anybody could do. Brett's going to get caught up in that one. Few guys caught up in that one as we get guys down on pit road getting damage repaired. Big wreck up at the front after the fact as we work the caution flag here once again tonight. Moody is going to lead the way. Selby, Frankie, Augie, Nathan, Braden Wares, Zach Lovelace, Farless, Tyler Autry, Jared Jones, your top 10 as it stands right now. Working the caution flag. Couple guys down on pit road. Looks like Curtis has made it back off of pit road. Burke getting off of pit road. These guys. All right, so we got 2 lap down cars that are going to be taking their laps. Curtis and Burke will be coming to your outside guy. I don't know if you're coming to one to go now, but give them a little bit of room. All right, looks like we are going one to go now. We got a couple guys catching the field. Looks like Curtis has caught the field. Here comes Burke. As they get lined up 2 by 2. Burke's going to get that lap back. Moody and Selby going to fill in that top side. Or Selby's going to fill in the top side. Moody's going to fill in the bottom. As we are stacked up 2 by 2. We're going to see if these guys can catch the field. It looks like Frank is still stuck on pit road. Unfortunate for him. Typical Frank luck. Getting some damage repaired. Moody leads the field to the green flag. All right, it's going to be 17 complete, 13 laps to go. All right, there's going to be a lot of guys that are out of fast repairs now. You guys are going to want to be patient. Got 13 laps to go when you take the green flag. I'm going to try not to be so quick on the caution if it's just a couple cars. That was most of the field, so I had to throw it for that one. All right. Burke's going to barely... Yeah, you guys can stack them up in the back if you want. You don't have to stay single file. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag as Moody leads the field. Looks like we got one more straggling along. That's going to be Frank at the back. He should have enough head of steam to catch these guys. Green flag is out as Frank is trying to identify as Kyle Busch as they head for turn number 1 and 2. No, he's going to slow it up. Frank does catch the field as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Moody and Selby side by side. Selby with Augie behind him, giving him a nice push into turn number 1 and 2. Autry back up in the mix. He's up in the number 9 spot. Autry was 2 laps down earlier. Able to make it up into that top 10. Looking to battle up at the front as Augie giving a big push to Selby to the point into turn number 3. Augie's going to have to back out of it just a little bit as they head through turn number 1 and 2. That's going to push Braden Wares out of that top lane and way up into the third lane by himself. Will he get any help? Does look like help's coming as they come through the tri-oval. Braden Ware is going to back out of it as they come through the tri-oval, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Couple guys really pushing it up through the field. We know some of these guys have been in wrecks. They're 4 wide in the back. Braden going to back out of that one. Wants none of that as they come out of turn number 2. Selby going to lead the way. What the hell was that? I'm not really sure. It looks like the 44 came up and just got into Jones and just causing the big one back here. A lot of good cars caught up in that. Oh my God, Brett just. All right, so Nathan coming up on the field. We're going to go back and take a. Boom. All right, so. Yeah, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. I don't mind. I appreciate you coming out, Curtis. That was unfortunate. You got caught in that big one as we are working the caution flag here once again, as it is going to be 10 laps to go as they come to the line. Quite a few guys down on pit road. All right, who was asking about their front end? I'll take a look at it. No, you're good. I just know that you'd asked a couple times and everybody was talking, so I wanted to look for you. Yeah, you probably you got to stay in the pack, but if we get another caution, I'd go down and get it fixed. That was pretty retarded. Frankie decided to do donuts on the back straightaway, and Jonathan was trying to get his laps back, and he was coming full song. Yeah, you've seen that. All right, we are going back. Green flag racing. All right, looking for the green flag as we got them stacked up 2 by 2. And I let Jarrett kind of vent a little bit there because I felt bad because he did get caught up in a lot of other people's shit tonight. All right, looking for the green flag as they come down into the trioval. Selby going to lead the way. Augie to the outside. It is an all dirt front row. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be single file most of the way through. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, Selby leads the way. Augie in second. Moody in third. Going to be Farless in that number 4 spot. Here comes Moody looking to the outside of Augie out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Oh, Moody digging hard as they look for turn number 3. Here comes Lovelace up into the third lane. He's going to make the move to the high side. 3 wide for the number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 4 to the line. Going to be 7 laps to go when they hit the line this time by. 7 laps to go. The field is pretty spread out right now except for this front pack. We'll see if the rest of the guys can get organized and push their way to the front as Selby continues to lead and controls the field into turn number 1 and 2. So Selby, first one taking advantage of going when he wants to. Going to take advantage and able to lead this race. This might be a good bet for him. The rest of the field too far behind to do anything as they come down the back straightaway. Good group up at the front right now. Moody going to dig to the outside. Augie going to stay on the back bumper of Selby as they head into turn number 3. Here comes Ethan George in the number 22. Farless up in the high side in that number 7 with Lovelace behind him. The 58 of Scott McLean. He was our pole sitter. He's been quietly sitting up towards the front trying to keep it clean as they come to the line. That second pack now as the big save for Selby on the inside. Moody going to lead the way. Farless going to push Moody to the front as Selby got real sideways with a push from Augie. Battle's going to be for third. Side by side for third. That second pack racing hard. They're going to get it back down single file. Can they catch the front of the field? They're going to need these guys to get really racy as they head into turn number 3. It's going to be 5 to go this time by. 5 laps to go when they cross the line. Front of the pack is definitely getting a little push here as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Moody leads the way, but here comes Lovelace to the outside. He's got help behind him. McLean all over the back of him. Here comes the third lane as Autry jumps up to the high side in that number 20. Here comes the 22 of George. He's going to fill the void up in that third lane. Oh, a lot of blocking for Lovelace to do. He's going to have to make that car 3 Moody's wide as they head into turn number 1 and 2. A little bit of space between the leaders and the pack. They're going to suck in on him quick. He's got to figure out which lane he's going to go to. He's going to go to the bottom side. So does McLean. McLean to the bottom side. Big push on the back bumper. Lovelace. Lovelace able to hold on to it as Autry gets left up to drive by himself as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Selby going to look for the middle here as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Looks like the 44 of Johnson going to back out of that one. He's going to get in line as they come down the front straightaway through the tri-oval. Oh, Selby is trying to thread the needle all the way back to the front as they get 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go, allowing that second pack to maybe catch them. Let's see, they're 2 seconds behind. They are single file as these guys race hard, beating and banging. That's got to be slowing them up. As Lovelace continues to lead the field, here comes Ethan George to the outside. Ethan going to dig on the outside in that number 22 machine. Oh, the 58 of McLean onto the apron. Little bobble there, able to keep it straight as Selby is all over the back of George. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Big push from Selby. Perfect push from Selby. Pushes George to the point, down through the tri-oval. Ethan George going to lead it this time by 3 laps to go. Will they survive to the white flag? That's going to be the biggest question here. That second pack is slowly catching him, but not fast enough as Augie moves down to the bottom sideways, and we got a battle for the lead as Selby moves low on George out of turn number 2. Selby to the point once again. Intense racing up to the front as that second pack doesn't seem to really be catching, even though these guys are racing really hard. Here comes the 44 Johnson. Johnson wants the lead as he moves to the bottom. Wow, what a move by Moody that got really sketchy out of turn number 4. Oh, big heads up by this crew up at the front as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. These guys not leaving anything on the table as they get 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they head for turn number 1 and 2. So big moves, big saves. It looks like Selby has fallen back a little bit in this pack, trying to take it a little bit easy. Him and Augie are nose to tail as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Autry has found a friend too as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Somehow Marcy has stayed in line in that number 35 machine. A little bit of damage on that right front. Going to need a caution. If a caution comes out, might need to get that damage repaired as they are side by side for the lead. Ethan George hanging onto that top side. He's got Lovelace behind him, but Johnson with Moody on his back bumper as they're going to get the white flag. 1 lap to go. Oh, they're going to wreck. They're going to wreck. Oh, Burke. Oh, Lovelace is sideways. Big wreck coming to the line. Oh, that is unfortunate. White flag is out. We got a breakaway from these guys as it looks like the 77 is going to get out of the way. He gets down on the grass as Nathan Johnson leads the way. Ethan George on the outside. Selby and Moody. 4-car battle as they come down the back straightaway. Contact as Ethan gets into Johnson. Johnson going to come up to... Oh, he puts somebody in the wall. He puts Selby in the wall. Down the back straightaway. We got a wreck. We got a one-on-one heading into turn number 3 and 4. Down out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Ethan George leading the way. Moody going to try to get the run. George going to try to put the block on down the front straightaway. Who's it going to be at the line? It's going to be Ethan George with the win. Moody in second. McLean, Bowers, Braden Wares, Nathan Johnson as all hell broke loose at the line like it always does. But Ethan George coming out ahead. Ethan George taking the win here tonight. It's going to be Ethan George with the win here tonight. Landon Moody in second. Scott McLean in third. Going to be Bowers in that number 4 spot. Wares in 5th. Nathan Johnson in 6th. Going to be Matt Selby in that number 7 spot. Bill Sleep in 8th. Autry in 9th. Going to be Augie finishing in 10th here tonight. Frank Monarch in 11th. Farless in 12th. Going to be Lovelace in 13th. Marcy 14th. Burke in 15th. Storks in 16th. Frankie 17th. Kohig 18th. Jared Jones 19th. Tough night for Jared Jones. Billy James 20th. Brett in 21st. Curtis Mitchell 22nd. Brian 23rd. Burt in 24th. Weatherington and Owens did not grid up. We're going to go ahead and pause that so we can keep him on the screen. And hide this. All right, let's go grab the top 3 if they are in here. All right, let's go grab those top guys. Well, we got 2 of them anyway. I don't know what it was tonight. Definitely a full moon night. There was some crazy freaking racing. Landon Moody, 2nd place. Survived was a big thing. But, man, a lot of big saves. A lot of take. But somehow you guys survived most of the race up at the front.
Yeah, I don't really know how I got out of that one alive, and didn't even have to use my fast pair. So I guess I'll call that a victory for myself. But yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. I want not really your typical WOOT race, but I mean, it was crazy nonetheless. These cars are they're very different on the way they race now. My opinion, they raced better before they changed something with like the drafting parameters on this car, and I don't really know how I feel about it yet. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was like it took a while to figure out, and I don't really know. Gotta, I guess, run another race to just really see how I feel about it. But not a bad race in general. I'll take a second at Talladega any night.
It definitely looked different than it usually does, and it looked a lot harder to push than usual.
Yeah, that's what a lot of that I noticed that, and there was a lot of people complaining about the same thing. Like these cars were super unstable when getting pushed, and it didn't really matter if it was the best car in the field or if it was the worst car. It was super unstable. Just trying to push, and you really had to have a death grip on that wheel just to make sure you don't wreck yourself. And I mean, it really, I don't know, it's just like if you have a 2-car tandem, you're not gonna pass, not with the air bubble. It kind of reminds me a lot of the how the next gen when it first come out and the Gen 6 used to be with the drafting package. Just you get that air bubble and it's almost impossible to break unless you have somebody behind you pushing you. But I don't know, it was different for sure. But I mean, you still had a lot of passes, a lot of lead changes, and it was different players all night. But I don't know. It was all right, I reckon.
Yeah, it just looked like you had to be really aggressive tonight. But great run here for you tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank you for putting on this deal. Couldn't make the street stocks, but definitely show up for Dega. Obviously, every week just about. 3D Racing, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, Precision 3D Prints and Designs. Everybody who came out to race tonight, and any friends and family watching. And good job to Ethan on the win.
Yeah, Ethan's coming to visit me a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been noticing.
I mean, he can't spell his name right, but you know.
Well, I guess he's the special Ethan. We'll just call him special Ethan.
Yeah, special Ethan.
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure. Good run here tonight, though. Couple good runs. Been making appearances here on WOoT lately. I mean, I think the first time you kind of surprised yourself, and now you're making it consistent. Finally getting this win here tonight, man. That's big in this group. This is a tough group.
I needed it last week, but to complete the double. But I got a double podium this week, I guess.
Yeah. 2 totally different cars too.
Yeah.
Because I think you did it in the street
one
stock
was
last week.
Yeah, I did. This one, though, this one's a lot different than the Dallara, and I was up front most of the Dallara race, or IndyCar race, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
But I started way in the back. I wouldn't say I survived, but I got there.
You got up at the front. You get track position was so important tonight, and getting out in the front, making those blocks, trying to stay out and control that line. How important was it those last couple laps when you got up there, just trying and maintain that lead and play a lot of defense?
Well, I tried not to get too far out. There was a couple of moments where I wasn't sure if I should go to the bottom or the top, but I kept seeing people go to the bottom, and then the top would soar past again. So I just stayed on the top and managed the gap that I could. Not a lot that I could have done different to kind of manage both lanes. I feel like I did a good job doing that, but I feel like I could have lost it if they didn't wreck.
Yeah, that had to be a little bit of a relief coming to the line and seeing a big chunk of the field wreck. I mean, you had to wonder if you were going to get in the wreck coming to the line, trying to play all that defense. And, it felt like short track racing. You guys were banging doors and giving each other bumpers and somehow holding on to it. But when that field wrecked, I mean, and it left you with 4 cars there, I mean, that had to feel like a relief to you, and then down to 2 with you and Moody.
Yeah, it definitely was. I didn't realize we were 4 cars until I looked in my mirror off of turn 2, and then it was 2 by the time I realized.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I already did once tonight. We'll do it again.
Oh, yeah.
My dad, my mom for paying for the stuff I used, and everybody who helps me out with setups. Guy that I race with that just gave me a couple setups that got me to a couple good finishes in dirt opens for supers. Brandon Rogers. I'm using MDi2. He doesn't race here usually, but yeah, he's been helping me out.
Well, great run. And go ahead.
You for putting this on. I can't win it if you're not doing it.
Yeah, right. Appreciate you coming out. Appreciate you putting on a show, and definitely fun to watch out there.
Yeah, I'll be here next week, definitely.
All right, bud. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Yep. See ya, man.
See ya. All right, guys, that is going to be it for me tonight. Calling it a night, long night, a lot of wrecking. We'll be back next week, Monday night, for the Monday Night Mods. Then we'll be back here again on Thursday for WOOT. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.